Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. Today is the last day of Act 4 of Henry VIII. We are in Act 4, Scene 2, where we've been hanging out with the former Queen Katherine and her dude Griffith as they have been talking about the passing of Cardinal Wolsey, and Griffith has been sort of sticking up for the Cardinal a little bit. He found some nice things to say about the Cardinal post-death, which Catherine was like, okay, actually that's kind of nice and you made a point. Great, that's fine. So then she takes a bit of a nap and has this vision of people dancing around her and inviting her to be joyous and holding these garlands over her head. And when she wakes up, she's like, I'm not worthy of any of that yet. And she starts to look pale and that sort of thing. And a messenger comes in and she's kind of short with that messenger, but he wasn't the most respectful person anyway. And she's like, yeah, fine, whoever it is that you're here to announce, show him in, but I don't ever want to see you again. So in comes Lord Capuchius, who I think that's how you pronounce the name, Lord Capuchius, who is the ambassador to Catherine's nephew, who happens to be the Holy Roman Emperor. And he has been sent to see how she's doing and bring her word from the king, whatever. But she, as we've seen earlier in the scene, she's not feeling particularly well. And she had written a letter and given it to her like serving woman Patience to take to King Henry. But since Capuchius is here and is going to be going to see the king, she asks him to deliver this letter instead. And he's like, of course. And she says, in which I have commended to his goodness the model of our chaste loves, his young daughter. The dews of heaven fall thick and blessings on her, beseeching him to give her virtuous breeding. She is young and of a noble, modest nature. I hope she will deserve well, and a little to love her for her mother's sake, that loved him, heaven knows how dearly. My next poor petition is that his noble grace would have some pity upon my wretched women, that so long have followed both my fortunes faithfully, of which there is not one, I dare avow, and now I should not lie, but will deserve for virtue and true beauty of the soul, for honesty and decent carriage, a right good husband. Let him be a noble. And sure those men are happy that shall have him. My last is for my men. They are the poorest, but poverty could never draw them from me, that they may have their wages duly paid them, and something over to remember me by. If heaven had pleased to have given me longer life and able means, we had not parted thus. These are the whole contents, and, good my lord, but that you love the dearest in this world, as you wish Christian peace to souls departed, stand these poor people's friend, and urge the king to do me this last right. By heaven I will, or let me lose the fashion of a man. I thank your honest lord. Remember me in all humility unto his highness. Say his long trouble is now passing out of this world. Tell him in death I blessed him, for so I will. Mine eyes grow dim. Farewell, my lord. Griffith, farewell. Nay, Patience, you must not leave me yet. I must to bed. Call in more women. When I am dead, good wench, let me be used with honor. Strew me over with maiden flowers, that all the world may know I was a chaste wife to my grave. Embalm me, then lay me forth, although unqueened, yet like a queen, and daughter to a king inter me. I can no more. And then the scene ends. So this letter that she is sending to the king first asks that he raise his daughter that he had with Catherine appropriately. And I believe that daughter's name is Elizabeth, and you might have heard of her before. Anyway, so first she asks that the king please take care of their daughter who lives. And then she asks that the women that have been taking care of her are also taken care of, and that maybe they get to marry noble husbands so that they will be taken care of for the rest of their lives. And then she asks that the men who have been taking care of her are also taken care of, that they get their full wages and maybe a nice little tip for everything that they had done. And then she asks Capuchius, who, if you didn't get it, putting the hat on was Capuchius, she asks him to please just say nice things about her to the king, and he says that he will, and she says, let the king know that the thorn is out of his side now, and I'm gone, but I wished him well. And then she asks her serving woman Patience to make sure that she is treated with respect once she is dead, that she's given an actual funeral, and that she has flowers, and that she's not a queen anymore, but she is the daughter of a king of Spain, so she should be buried as a queen would be buried, even though she isn't really a queen anymore. And then Act 4, Scene 2 ends, and tomorrow we get into Act 5. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Act 5 is all we have left, and then we're done with the Henrys. How long have we been working on Henry plays? Oh my goodness, so many episodes. But yeah, we're just an act away from being done with the Henrys, which is exciting. So anyway, I will see you tomorrow as we dig into Act 5. Mwah.